Do you know that time never comes back? That every second you waste is a second you can never get back? Think about it. Have you ever put something off until tomorrow, only to realize that tomorrow never really comes? This is the story of a boy who learned that lesson the hard way. In a small, quiet village, there lived a young boy named Akbar. He was a bright kid, full of potential, but he had one major flaw. He was incredibly lazy. He was the king of procrastination. His favorite phrase was, "I'll do it later." Whether it was his homework, his chores, or helping his elderly parents, Akbar always had an excuse to postpone it. His parents, wise with age and worried for their son's future, would often sit him down. "Akbar, my son," his father would say gently, "time is like a flowing river. It moves only in one direction. You can't step into the same water twice. Every moment you waste is a piece of your life you're throwing away," his mother would add, her voice full of love. "The work you put off today doesn't disappear. It just becomes a heavier burden for you to carry tomorrow." But Akbar would just smile, nod and say, "Don't worry, I'll get to it. I have plenty of time." He didn't understand the depth of their words. To him, time felt endless, an infinite ocean he could swim in forever. At school, it was the same story. His teacher, Mr. Hassan, saw the spark of brilliance in Akbar's eyes but was frustrated by his laziness. He would often say, "Akbar, knowledge is a treasure, but you need to work to unlock it. Don't let your potential rust away because of laziness." One day, Mr. Hassan announced a prestigious scholarship competition. It was a life-changing opportunity, a chance to study at the best university in the country, all expenses paid. The entire class buzzed with excitement. This was the dream everyone had been working towards. Mr. Hassan pulled Akbar aside. "Akbar," he said, his eyes serious, "this is your chance. You are more than capable of winning this. You just need to dedicate yourself. Start preparing now. Don't leave it for the last minute." For a moment, Akbar felt a surge of motivation. He imagined himself winning, the pride on his parents' faces, the bright future ahead. He went home that day with a new resolve. "I'll start studying tomorrow morning, first thing," he declared to himself. But when tomorrow morning came, the cozy warmth of his bed was too tempting. Just a few more minutes of sleep, he thought. Those few minutes turned into an hour. Then he decided he'd start after breakfast. After breakfast, his friends called him out to play. "I'll study in the afternoon," he promised himself. "I'll have the whole evening too." The afternoon was spent playing, and the evening was spent watching his favorite show. As he finally sat down with his books late at night, his eyes were heavy. "I'm too tired today," he yawned. "I'll start fresh tomorrow. I still have a whole month." This cycle continued, day after day. Tomorrow became his favorite word. Each day, he'd find a new reason to postpone his studies. He'd tell himself he had plenty of time, that he worked best under pressure. His pile of books gathered a thin layer of dust, a silent testament to his broken promises. His parents watched with growing concern. "Son, the competition is getting closer. Have you started preparing?" his father asked. Akbar, feeling a pang of guilt, would lie. Yes, I'm studying every day. Don't worry." He didn't want to disappoint them, but he couldn't break his habit of laziness. The final week before the exam arrived like a sudden storm. Panic began to set in. The mountain of books now seemed impossibly high. He tried to cram everything in, staying up all night, his mind a jumble of facts and figures. But the information wouldn't stick. The concepts he should have learned over weeks were a confusing mess. He was exhausted, stressed, and overwhelmed. On the day of the exam, Akbar walked into the hall with a heavy heart. He looked at the confident faces of his classmates, who had been diligently preparing for weeks. He saw the questions and his mind went blank. He could only answer the simplest ones. The complex problems, the ones that required deep understanding, were beyond his grasp. He knew he had failed. Not because he wasn't smart enough, but because he hadn't tried. When the results were announced, Akbar's name was nowhere on the list of winners. A classmate, who had always been a steady and diligent worker, had won the scholarship. As everyone congratulated the winner, Akbar slipped out of the classroom, his eyes stinging with tears. He went to a quiet spot by the river, the same river his father had spoken of. He watched the water flow steadily, never stopping, never waiting. For the first time, his father's words echoed in his mind with painful clarity. Time is like a flowing river. It moves only in one direction. He had thrown away his moments, his days, his weeks. He had tossed his golden opportunity into that river, and it was now gone forever, carried away by the relentless current of time. He thought of his parents' hopeful faces, his teachers' belief in him. He had let them all down, but most of all, he had let himself down. The regret was a heavy stone in his chest. He realized that the biggest lie he had told was not to his parents, but to himself. The lie that he had plenty of time. From that day on, something inside Akbar shifted. The pain of regret was a powerful teacher. He went home and apologized to his parents, not with empty words, but with tears of genuine remorse. He promised them and himself that he would change. And he did. Akbar started waking up early. He made a schedule and stuck to it. He completed his chores without being asked. He helped his father in the fields and read to his mother in the evenings. At school, he became the most attentive student. He understood that every single minute was precious. He learned that discipline wasn't a punishment, but a tool that gave him freedom. Freedom from regret, from stress, and from failure. Years passed. Akbar didn't win that big scholarship, but he created his own opportunities through hard work and discipline. He became a successful and respected man in his community, known for his wisdom and his punctuality. He never forgot the lesson he learned by the river. He would often share his story with the young people of his village, hoping to save them from the pain he had experienced. He would tell them, "The time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time, but the time you waste by not doing what you need to do is a debt you pay with your future. Respect your time, because it is the fabric from which your life is woven. You can't get more time, but you can get more out of the time you have." Akbar's story is a simple one, but it holds a universal truth. Procrastination is the thief of time. It steals our dreams, our opportunities, and our potential. So, what are you putting off until tomorrow? What dream are you letting gather dust? Remember, Akbar, the best time to start was yesterday. The next best time is right now. Don't let your tomorrows turn into a lifetime of what-ifs. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more stories that inspire and motivate. Share your own experiences with procrastination in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. Until next time, make every moment count.